And we just had the sun break over the mountains, so beautiful morning sunrise. Awesome. I didn't think it was going to freeze. That's frozen. So kind of trying to unthaw this right now and hit the road. Okay, so we just broke down camp. It's 7:39. I had my clock set for 6 a.m. this morning, and I hit the snooze button. I think we slept in maybe an extra 45 minutes, 30 minutes, which was really nice and well needed. I'm just getting way more efficient at breaking down camp, which is nice, you know, getting the tent set up, broken down. And so we're backtracking today though, which kind of sucks. I think I lost us about, well, because a lot of this was uphill. It's probably going to take me about 2 hours to get back. Well, not even that, maybe. Might even take just about an hour to get down. So we're going to go back down, get down to the lake, and then go the way that we know is 100% guaranteed to get us into Stehekin without looping around mountains. Because what I did, if you notice, we're nowhere near the lake. We're actually going in towards more stuff like we already saw, which would be amazing. I just don't have enough food for that. Being 1 day behind on my original hike, that really sets you back. So it's always nice to have, like, you know, plan A, plan B. We've been improvising a lot on this trip, but we're still going. It's not like we're going home. We're just had to come down out of the mountains for a while because it just got so cold up there. So, all right, well, I'll let you guys know when we get to the bottom. That is just amazing. Look at the sun cascading over that hill and how it just looks, it's just insane. They say the best times of the day is in the morning and the late afternoon, and it's totally true. Just the way that light hits, it's so beautiful. We found our first set of bear prints. Undeniable 100%. Right there, right there. And this guy don't give any F's. He's just walking right in the water. And he steps there. And the one that I saw is right there. You can definitely see the claw marks right there, there. Paw print right there. Put that to size. Not a big bear, I don't think. Maybe he was following this elk. Look at that. See, there's our deer. There's deer prints, deer prints, deer prints, bear, bear. Well, he was walking that way, so we're walking away from him. Well, it's 8:30 in the morning. We've been hiking for about an hour, so I think I was right about maybe about 2 hours to the turn-off point. Probably got about another 30 minutes to an hour to go. Just sitting here listening to the chipmunks and birds, and yeah, it's really good. The sunset coming up is real nice. Got a few layers on here. It's nice and kind of still a little chilly. There's a nice view of the mountains back over there in the corner. Oh shit. Woo! Yes. Boot did not get wet. Thank everything that ever existed. so cold out, my walking sticks feel like they've been in the freezer. Oh wow, wouldn't that be fun to take a dip in a hot day? Look how clear that is right there. Whoa. So clear. Uh-oh. No problem. I just don't want to get my socks wet because I don't have any other socks and I'm not taking off my shoes. Shit. Okay, here's how we're gonna do this. 1 foot there. One there, one there. 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 Whoa. Don't give out on me, rock. Oh shit. Ugh. Still okay. Ah, can you smell those Douglas firs? That's not a Douglas fir, it's a pine tree, I think. Yeah, it's a pine tree. Well, this is just enough that I gotta turn the video off to cross this one. I think we're somewhere around 4,000, maybe 3,500 feet. We camped last night at about 5,000, I think. We were definitely higher up than I realized. Well, we made a mistake and detoured, so that was definitely part of it. Had I known that, well, I don't know. Last night worked out. It was its own fun adventure. We got to see deer, chase them up a mountain, got some great views. Yeah, that was a good mistake. Just glad I caught it that night and didn't continue on. I still could have made it. It just would have sucked. I would have had to start skimping on food. I already had to eat an extra meal last night because I was just starving, and even went to bed kind of hungry after that. So. finally starting to get out of that underbrush. It's amazing how you guys just hear me talk about the temperature left and right, but it's because it just is so ever apparent. Like, it'll be really hot, you'll get really warm, you bundle up, and it gets cold. It just goes back and forth. We're not far now. Definitely made some good progress. It's almost 10. And I think we gotta still go around this and then down. So, still a bit left. It's too kind of hard to gauge how long it's gonna take, but I'm kind of hoping to be down there by 11. When I find a nice spot to pull off to the side, I'm gonna have some breakfast. I don't like to eat right when I get up, kind of have to wait. Oh, this looks really cool. So much more pressure coming down on the knees. Well, I found an awesome spot to stop and take in the view, have a little breakfast. I got the creek right here in front of me, just making a wonderful sound. Good start to the day. Really good start. Well, that kind of sucks. That started up today, so I got a blister there and just general discomfort. So again, I took my break literally right around the corner, not even a minute away from this. Totally would have stopped here because that would have made it more convenient for the water filtering. Oh well. Life's so hard. But I am down to about a sip of water, and I'm not kidding, so I have to get some of this. That'll work. This is a goofy place to put it, but I don't really have any options to hang it. I'm actually gonna wash some clothes here real quick. Well, this is turning into kind of like an extended break. Got some clothes washed out that I severely needed to get washed out. I'm really thankful. Those things were starting to smell terrible. So, all good. I got my water all filled up. plenty of water for that. Filled my smart water bottle up with some electrolytes, and I had to just actually stop because my left foot's cramping up, and I know why, because I'm not drinking enough water. Before I go to bed, I start like not drinking water so I don't have to get up and go pee in the freezing cold. It's like the worst. So yeah, right now I'm just gonna sit here and actually I'm gonna take off my shoe and I'm gonna try to rub this cramp out of my left foot, because it's one of those ones where I just can't even take a step right now. Other than that, I feel great. I was able to dip my head in this nice little pool down there, and feels great, feels real good. So while I was sitting here, I was looking around just enjoying this amazing scenery, and thinking about my hammock. I also have a hammock, and I wanted to take that on this trip, but I didn't because it was going to be too cold. And from what I've seen with hammock, by the time you've outfitted your hammock to be, you know, freezing capable, if you want to get down to 30 degrees-ish, you're going to add so much weight to it, you might as well just carry your tent. My hammock was like up to 8 pounds by the time I was done insulating it and everything. So that's a lot of weight to carry. So I went with a tent. But one of the things with the hammock is you can hang it in some interesting places. And I just started now to look around. For example, you could climb up there. You could hang it across that log right there and just hang right above the creek. How badass would that be? Well, we're a little bit further down. My left foot's killing me. Basically kind of semi-permanently cramped. And my knees are just absolutely pissed. They are not happy. Thought this was cool. Look at this woodpeckers like artilleried this tree. Just nuked it. What's a big one? Well, it's been getting kind of thick. The temperature's just awesome though. We're back into like the 70s right now, I think. I just feel warm. Warm sun. Don't even have a shirt on. No leggings or anything. Well, it was thick for a while. A lot of elderberry bushes up here. If you knew what time of the year, you could easily come up here and make a killing and make some wine. Although you'd need about 20 pounds to make about 5 gallons, so you don't have to make 5 gallons, but I was tempted to grab some of them and take them home. Look at that, that's a fantastic bushel. Bushel of berries. Because I actually make wine out of blackberries, and I actually did some plum wine. It was, I think, actually my favorite. Plum is drinkable really quick, but we'll have to do our research and see how many of these you would actually need. So, but that's just more weight to carry. Oh, whoa! A clusterfuck of them over here. Yeah. Oh, I'm kind of tempted to throw some of those in my bag, but I don't know how long they would keep. I wonder if I could make just a little tiny, like 1 gallon amount. That might not take too many. Just little bushes of berries. Huh. Tempting. Really tempting. Oh, it smells like pie over here. Why does it smell like pie? Pie smells so good. Definitely be a nice spot to take a break. Here's the trail right there up to the basin. Somewhere up there. But my knees cannot handle anymore. They're done. I'm still getting broken into this backpacker lifestyle. I love it, but ow, my knees. This thing drops elevation really quick. It's just been getting really steep. Snakes started showing up about half a mile ago. I never see them though. I just kind of hear them wiggle into the bush, and then it makes it really tense when you cross that moment, but whatever. I got these guys on. And I also have a venom kit, so no worries. Look at that big mammo jammo. I just had this little tiny bug. Like, if you ever see those little tiny red spiders that are so small you can barely even see them? Like that big. And it was red. And it stung me. And it feels like there's like a needle poking in me. Not a painful needle, but it's like an annoying needle. I'm just amazed that this little tiny ass bug can cause that. Imagine if he was like 3 or 4 times that size, or he would like kill you, right? I don't know. Starting to talk to this thing like it's another person. One of the things that I've just realized as I'm walking through here, seeing all of these burned trees, and if you're not aware, over here they had a terrible fire either last year or the year before, and I think it was the worst on record. And all these trees are basically burned and dead, and at some point I think these were actually just great big pine trees, maybe? I'm not an expert on that, I'm not sure. But what I'm seeing though is, like, if you were to come here before, the scenery would have been totally different. So it must be really weird for the people that like are locals to come walk through here and all the trees are just gone. Like, look at that, look how it just burned out from the middle. You hear about trees burning from like the roots up and stuff. Look at that. Right through the it probably came up through the roots. I talked to one of the miners that works up here in Stehekin because they have a mining operation, and I guess he had said that when the Forest Service came through after the destruction is done, you could literally just knock on trees and it would sound hollow because the whole tree was completely burned up from the inside. So even some of these trees you see here are probably actually hollow. Like, there's a good example. Look at the base of this. Something jumped out of there right now. I pooped myself on camera. Who knows how hollow that is and how high that goes. So I wonder what it looked like before all the destruction, because there's so many trees. It must have been just a big, huge, thick forest. Now all these other plants are thriving and are dying. Like, here's a good example. Ferns. They like to be, I used to work at a, so tired. Flower selling place is the term for it for the time being. These things like to be in the shade. These are shade plants. These huckleberries that are right here that are just, the reason why these aren't green and they're nasty and yellow is because they're not getting the right growing environment. They want to be under trees in the shade, getting just maybe a kiss of sun. Kind of like a jungle plant almost. So, just wonder what it looked like before.
Oh boy, another elderberry bush.
Oh man, are they baiting me? Is nature baiting me to take these home? I just don't know what I would carry them in and how long they would be good for. But look at that, these are just huge bushels of these things. Bushels? They're poisonous though. I'm 99.9% sure. That's why you don't see me eating them. Well, I don't know what to do now. Went down and looked at the campsite and there's a rattlesnake right next to my poles. And he's over there in the bushes and I need those to get back down. So I don't know what to do. He's just sitting there, so fuck. Oh man. Oh, okay. Ah, shit. What do I do? Kidding. Mother Nature must put stuff like this out here just to mess with us. Why would you put something that sounds exactly like a rattlesnake where rattlesnakes are at? I bumped into this and was like, oh my, no, it's right next to me. Nope. Just a terrible joke by Mother Nature, or whoever designed us really has a sense of humor. There's also another plant that when it dries up and you kind of brush by it, it sounds like that. Haha, fooled you. These elderberries are just everywhere. Definitely know when to pick them. Well, I think we made some good progress so far. That mountain right there, we came from up there. And technically, you know, there's a mountain right there, and one to the right of it, that ridge line. We came along there, and at one point we were on the other side of that. So not too bad. We're getting close. I just gotta wrap around this right-hand side right here, and then I think we're gonna see the lake, maybe. Here's that other thing I was telling you about that kind of sounds like a rattlesnake, especially in the wind. Finally that cramp went away, or is mostly gone. I drank an entire quart of water up there, and we stopped and re-upped our water. Well, not this one, but maybe the next one is when we'll see the lake. I can see the mountain range on the other side of the lake. So what's this got us doing? Oh, gnarly, it's going down there. Oh wow, look at that rock slide over there. Dang. Landslide, maybe? Would you call it? Much lower. We should be able to see the lake when we go around here, but then again, every time I say that, I'm wrong. Ow. Maybe, yeah, I'm pretty sure because it feels like it's about 80 degrees. I can feel the breeze coming up off the lake. Oh, come on. Well, we're still going down, but it is down there. We're very close. Very close. Well, I just ran into somebody on the trail about half a mile back, and she looked like she was in her 20s, and she was by herself. I was impressed. I'm impressed with anybody that comes out here by themselves, regardless of sex or not, whether they're male or female. I think it takes a lot of nerve to come out here alone. And so far, out of like 3 or 4 groups, four groups that I've met, not on this trip, but overall, she could actually be considered number 5, and she was the only one that was by themselves. Everybody else was with a party. It's really not as bad as you think. It's kind of uncomfortable for a little bit, and there's definitely some tense moments where you're just, you know, you're out there by yourself. You don't want to die. You don't want to fall off a cliff or anything like that. Or my favorite, getting ate by a bear. But it's not as bad as you think. And it's totally worth it. Everything that sucks, everything that I've complained about or mentioned that was not fun or whatever, has just paled in comparison to the amazing, splendorous things that I've seen. Literally up there, I've seen the most beautiful things that I've ever seen physically with my own eyes. That one place where we were stopping to look at the little picas that was right at the top of the mountain, if you remember, when we were right up there, and we were in this just beautiful place covered by this stuff that wasn't grass, and then these little tiny picas were running all over the place. Oh, I would have loved to just stay there all day and, you know, just watch those little guys run around. That would have been so fun. So anybody that's wanting to do this, don't wait for a group. I was one of those guys that wanted to do the PCT, and that's why I had some of this gear. And the only reason I wanted to do the PCT is because I knew I wouldn't be alone. Then eventually I just said, I'm tired of this. I'm not going to do the PCT. Life wasn't working out for that reason, and I want to go. And then the right circumstances happened in life, and I was like, well, I guess I'll go backpacking. And it's been one of the greatest things I've ever done for myself. And if you even just spend a couple nights out for yourself, it'd be one of the greatest things you could ever do. Any of your tensions and fears that are bothering you, or things that intimidate you, they'll intimidate you a lot less after you go out into the woods by yourself. So, anyways, the girl said that we're about 2 miles, and that was about half a mile ago, so maybe we're somewhere around a mile, mile and a half at that. And the other fantastic news is we're going to be eating cheeseburgers. Yes, so happy. It was kind of stupid of me to think that everything closed down at 2 o'clock, which is when the ferry leaves to take everybody back to Chelan for the 4-hour ride down the lake. But there's like not hotels, but cabins and camping, and it's kind of a recreational area that you can stop and hang out for some days. So I guess they stay open till 8. Wonderful. Everything is good. Well, this would be the bottom. We're down there. Well, technically the bottom's probably like a quarter mile down. But there you go, Lakeshore Trail, that's where we're going. No more hills, no more downhill, no more uphill. Maybe a gradual slight up and down here and there, but we're not talking elevation. You ain't gonna hear me saying, oh, I'm 1,000 feet, I'm at this many feet. No, ground level happiness. It's really making it easier on the back of my heels. The meat was just getting ripped right off. Normally I carry something called Luca tape. Well, before I left, if you remember, I said I stripped 7 pounds off of my bag. That was one of the things that went. But only half of it went, because the roll was huge. It was just this enormous roll, and I didn't need all of that. So I unraveled half of it, which was a waste. And then, ooh, lake. When I actually needed the tape, guess what? It had lost all its stickiness, and I only bought it like 6 months ago. So it was completely worthless. Thanks, Luca tape, and thanks, Sony. Oh, nothing's worse than hitting your sensitive bits on a giant pokey stick. That hurt so much I had to check for damage. And it's called the Lakeshore Trail. Why is it not on the side of the lake and I'm on a hill? This is just eating my feet. I need to stop when I get up to the top, and I got some band-aids that I can put on my feet. That'll help. Better than nothing. Better than open wound to sock the shoe. In fact, it sucks. I'm gonna do it right here. Now we're getting a whole nother set of views. Really nice to see this lake. And for the next about 7-8 miles, we're gonna be right next to it. Looks like there's a camp down there. Boat sitting there. So really refreshing, really warm. Feels like summer again. I can't believe how drastically the climate changes between up there and down here. Got some band-aids on my feet. Back of my heels feeling a lot better. Or should I say it helps. Really helps to actually keep I started keeping a few band-aids in my pocket. Makes it a lot easier. You never know when you need one right away, and then you got to go through your bag to get it. Or I also keep my first aid kit pretty easily accessible. I don't have to open the top lid or anything, but came in handy. That was really nice. I just had to get in my pocket, put them on. Tempted to stop and make lunch, but it's so windy. And the lunch that I wanted to make is gonna require cooking. And I'm just kind of so lazy, I don't even want to. I've lost like an inch off of my waistline. I need to stop and at least get some peanut butter in me for a minute. If you ever want to lose weight, highly recommend backpacking. Lose 5 pounds in 5 days. Some kind of military plane taking off or something. Just barely got the phone on. It looks awesome. It's huge. I think it's one of those kind of planes that can carry tanks and stuff. Oh, it's pretty awesome. You know, I think I'm gonna try walking in my Crocs for a bit because my feet, oh, my heels are just beat. They're so unhappy with me. And I think the band-aids are rubbing off. So it's a band-aid. Yeah, we're gonna try the Crocs. Little tiny lizards. Tiny. Well, don't ever say you're done with hills, because when you say that, you just screw yourself into more hills. So on this trail, we actually are, we're doing a little bit less than half of it. This trail is actually 18 miles long. And we got it, we got in a little over the halfway point from the summit. There goes the ferry. That's what brings us up here. Puts along. I think I'm only about a mile, maybe 2 in. I'm just kind of going slow. I mean, this is my filming pace. This is my walking pace right now. And it's just, I don't want to say it's been just going uphill, but it kind of has just been going uphill. Thought this was going to be a little bit lower. It's only an 1,100 foot elevation gain, I think, but still, my just going up is not working for me. So ready for the cheeseburger? I'm gonna get 2 beers. Haven't seen any snakes down here yet. Lots of lizards. Anybody that does this without hiking sticks, or maybe you're that guy that I don't need no hiking stick. No, you're making it harder on yourself. Not up for debate. You're straight making it harder for yourself. And I don't care if you're just hiking up a hill without a backpack, just yourself. Try the walking sticks. You'll be surprised at how much pressure they take off your knees, your back. Get a little arm workout in. Not a crazy one, but they really help. And they've also saved me from falling down 4 or 5 times at least. Downhill. Those are some lucky people over there. Wow. What a great spot for a house. Oh, I'm ready. Oh, we're getting there. Ooh, there's a vulture. I ain't dead yet, I'm close. It's like, okay. Oh yeah, downhill. Never thought I'd be saying that. I'll take knee pain over like tearing up the back of my feet any day. Nothing's worse than an open wound just getting rubbed on. I think we might be halfway. Not sure. You know what? We're not there. We still got a few miles to go. But I'll take just seeing it right now. And that's what we're saying. See? Yep, we're getting close. Close to done. My feet are just finished. It's down there. Straight ahead. Probably doesn't show up on video, but there's like a red building. So we still got a few, 4 miles, 5 miles? Yeah, it's 4 or 5. That's maybe. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows, dude? Gosh, that's amazing. I hope when I come back to life, I either come back as a bird or a chipmunk. Man, those guys are lucky. Watching them in the trees up there, that was so much fun. Like, you get a couple of them playing together, and they're just like, they got a whole nother world to explore up in that tree canopy, just hopping from tree to tree to tree. And somebody that's maybe an experienced backpacker can tell me, I swear to God, they throw pine cones at you. I'm probably full of shit, but I swear they, like, when you go under the tree that they're in, pine cones will just start falling out of it. Yeah, pretty interesting. All right, let's go get those cheeseburgers. Look how amazing that water looks. It is so clear when you get to the shoreline. This lake, out of all the lakes that are up here, is just one of the clearest I've seen. Actually, if not the clearest. They have if you go down to the Chelan, there's actually a resort. I can't remember the name of it. From the pictures I saw, they have what looks to be like tropical sandy beach. From what I was hearing, a lot of the watercolor, you know, has to do with, you know, some of the rocks that are on the ground below it. And they replaced all theirs with like white sand, so it has the illusion almost that you're in, you know, Jamaica or Cancun or something. Ooh, boardwalk down there. Maybe we'll get to stop for a minute and dip the old feet. Oh, we're totally gonna take the shoes off for a minute. Take a rest here. We're close. We're about I don't know, maybe a few miles. But I'm fighting. A lot of pain. Feet pads, shoulders. Oh, badass. Oh. Oh. Oh, there's an outhouse, thank God. Oh, yeah. I totally need to change the battery. pretty nice. Pretty nice. Okay, this is gonna be cold, but my pants stink, and I just need to get my feet in the water. I have multiple blisters on my foot. I have that looks terrible, giant one on there, and then I have one there, it ripped off the skin there, and then the back of my foot there. Oh, it just started eating it. So I'm gonna walk slowly back in there in my Crocs just because it sucks. But right now I smell like a homeless person, so... Oh, it's cold. It's fucking cold. All that murk that came out of my socks, it's still coming out of them. Oh, boy. The socks were soaked before I even took them off. I mean, my feet were clammy before I put them in the water, so... My fault. Careful when you dry your socks on the fire like an idiot. And guess what, you guys? Guess what? And these things are disgusting, but I know last night I said I was gonna dry my socks because I had to, because it was like 39 degrees. And it doesn't show it. It must have been on the outside. Yeah, it's on the outside on one of these. Never mind. I ended up burning a little hole in it, so... Okay, so I know a minute ago I was just complaining about the Crocs and how uncomfortable they were. And I think I meant that, said that the wrong way. And right now, I'm gonna completely take all of that back and recommend that everybody that backpacks gets a lightweight, the lightest weight ones you can find, pair of Crocs. They are saving me right now. Oh, wow. Those blisters on the back of my feet, blisters and then just open wounds. I need to learn a lace lock method. That's what I think I need to do. I think there's too much lifting up in the back. Anyways, the Crocs not having, like you can flip up the latch like a little sandal. So right now there's no latch on the back and it's just like a slipper, you know, just put your foot right in. And so there's nothing rubbing up on my blisters, and it's wonderful. Like, I don't care, I would take hills all the way to Stehekin. I'm just so happy. I'm so happy that I don't have my shoes rubbing on those stupid blisters. Very thankful. I was planning on not filming anymore until I got to Stehekin, because that was kind of miserable, and I'm also getting exhausted. I'm starting to stink. Everything stinks, and it either stinks like stink or it stinks like feet. So I'm just dying for a place where I can really like wash my clothes a little bit better and whatnot. But well, actually it's not too bad. It's not as stinky as it was. Everything got a dip, but you know what I mean. So wow, it's been a long trip so far. A lot more uphill, a lot more climbing than I anticipated. I think total, because we got dropped off at 1,100 feet and we went up to 7,200 feet. And when we climbed up to that ridgeline, we might even have gone up to 73 or 4. I'm not sure. Wish I had one of those altimeter. So I think that's like 6,100 feet. So I'm feeling good about that. My previous best, and that I now know the difference between bear and poop and horse poop. This is bear poop. It's often very seedy, and it often looks very similar to, I our poop. Anyways, so 6,100, pretty happy. So far, even though we didn't finish all of the summit, we only did half of it, I still don't feel bad, because it wasn't because I couldn't do it. I literally just didn't want to freeze anymore. And also, to be completely honest, I think I might have also been short a day of food. So I think I was just going too slow. I'd like to see if I could get my pack weight down even more. If I could get around 32 pounds-ish, that would be really great. But, you know, they want that big money for that. So, all right, just wanted to ramble here for a minute. Still enjoying the crocs so far. I thought I was gonna end up getting it's a really cool view. I thought I was gonna, oh, sorry you guys, I'm just going out of it. I thought I was gonna end up going and getting a bunch of rocks and stuff stuck under the croc, but that hasn't been the case at all. So far, I think I've done around a mile to almost a mile, and I haven't had a single problem yet. So I highly recommend it for a shoe that you can use in the rivers, to go kind of boulder hopping like we did, and just a camp shoe in general, so you can take your stinky, sweaty boots off and put on something else. But also, in this case, it also came in handy as a secondary shoe, because I was really, I was really considering staying there for the night. But this saved us, so we're gonna go in. We're gonna still get those cheeseburgers. I'm determined, and said we were gonna get it last night. We didn't. We're getting it tonight. Get that burger. Get that burger. So, and depending on what the camping situation is down there, because they have 2 sites, and I don't know. I don't necessarily want to do the whole social camping thing right now. So I actually might even just walk back to where we just were. Odds of somebody taking that are unlikely, because it already had some firewood already set out. Fishing's gonna get shot down like real quick here though, so. But I'm planning on doing that tomorrow while I wait for the ferry, so tomorrow will be the fishing day. Although be careful in the croc, because no ankle support. I also had an interesting idea. I bought those darn tough socks because everybody says they're so darn tough. And I like to wear just an average like competitor brand, and then on one foot put the darn tough on. See what the difference is after like a day, a couple days. But so far, I think they're really good. Wow. It's like kind of like an alien palm print from Total Recall. Oh, there he is. There's some other kind of chipmunk or squirrel that he's bigger. He's got like a fluffier tail. Maybe that's just a full-grown one, and I'm just seeing little tiny squirrels. But I need to look that up when I get back. He's on that tree right in front of us to the right. If you haven't seen him, I'll move him a little bit, and he'll kind of start moving around. Real twitchy guy, but real big. Hey, buddy. And I wouldn't be surprised if all the ones over here are very used to people. Yeah, he's like, I'm out of here. What are you doing? Still checking on me? Oh. Hey. What's up, dude? Say hi to everyone. Just gonna sit there and stare, nothing to say. Alright. Well, I gotta get a burger, so. See ya. And there we go, guys. We got 2 of those in. First one was by accident. This one was an accident too. I never actually planned that. So is it a sunset when we get back over there? We're gonna see the sun again? What? We get 2 sunsets today? Oh, GTFO. Well, I'm very close. Wow, I'm exhausted. Just totally fried. I didn't mention earlier that I was an idiot and didn't fill up water while I was sitting there all that time. Didn't drink anything. I was just so happy to sit down. Didn't even think about it. And I had the worst dry mouth ever. Because technically I'd been out of water for a while. Finished what I had there. We'll do some underwater cam stuff tomorrow. That'll be fun. Underwater cam and some fishing. So, I just wish I could take just a sip right now of anything. Definitely. Whoa, there goes a bang, bang. No. I'm definitely getting 2 beers with my cheeseburger. Here. Cheeseburger. Sorry, it's all I can think about because, like, ramen. I love it, but the salmon's not working for me. It also makes the pot, like, no matter what you do, it just always smells kind of like fish. My cereal this morning smelled like fish cereal and grape nuts. We're doing a lot of recording because this is kind of the last little strip, but it's also beautiful. Just like I said, we'll get even another sunset. Oh, he won't. Oh, damn it. What do I do? Yeah. Damn it. There's a snake right there, rattlesnake. And I've seen people poke the stick at them, and it just causes them to come at you. Tell me you wouldn't love having these right now. I guess I'm gonna like throw rocks at it, or near it. I don't want to hit it, but oh, come on, dude. Not right now. This is the last thing I need. Shit. You know, I actually didn't know the correct procedure of how to deal with that. I just bought the snake venom kit and the snake gators, but so far the ones I've encountered have all moved. And that one was very stubborn, even with rock skittings thrown right next to it. And we never actually directly hit it, but we threw a number of rocks. You'd think he would have like scurried away, but no, he's a stubborn bastard. So hopefully that's all we get. Man, not right now, dude. Like, I'm already jumpy enough. We're definitely very, very, very close. The Crocs have definitely reached their maximum comfort limit. At this point, I don't care what I do to my feet. We're so close. Tomorrow's gonna be like veg day up until about 2 o'clock when we get on the ferry. And then there's a 4-hour ride on the ferry. Just looking forward to a real mattress. But then again, you know, with the right proper gear and planning, I could do this for a very, very long time. In fact, the mattress is just something to look forward to when you get home. It's one of those creature comforts that we all love. But I would actually go without some of those to just keep doing this. It'd be awesome to come up here and just spend an entire summer exploring everything in here. In fact, I've seen pretty much all the PCT, major PCT videos. I didn't watch much of the Appalachian stuff because it all looks the same to me, but this place is like an amusement park. There's all kinds of stuff behind it over that way. There's all kinds of stuff we missed. And trails intersecting. Very cool place. So far, no more snakes. Really happy about that. What is that? One of them up there. Yeah, definitely walking on these rocks has been, or any kind of like rocks and stuff on these Crocs has not been fun, especially there. Trying to be a little bit more deliberate so I don't roll my ankle. Oh, thank God, we're close. Look, some kind of thing from man. Man thing. Looks like irrigation or something. What are they watering? Not irrigation. Dumbass. I'm really just keeping the camera going because it's just so pretty to look at. I don't have anything super interesting to say past complaints, but I think pain sometimes is interesting to listen to. I always like to rewind those parts on the YouTube videos when they're like, so maybe you can take pleasure in my torture, but it's not torture though. See, that's the thing. It's all like, it's just the price to pay if you're interested in this. The rewards are great. Well, I guess you could consider us here maybe. And I think some of these are private homes, so I'm not gonna talk too loud. Not sure. Looks like a recreational facility also, but it could be a house. If that is a house, how cool would it be to chill at the top of that like dome thing and like do stuff? What kind of stuff? I don't know. Anything you want to do. Cheeseburgers. Cool. Oh wow, like a waterfall, small one, but that gets pretty vigorous into winter. I bet it's a vigorous waterfall. Stopping for just a minute to just rest the feet for a second, and the Crocs wreck socks, so keep that in mind if you're gonna do that. They're gonna burn through your socks real quick. We're really close. It's just right there. It's right there. It's just right there. Just totally needed to get this rock out of my shoe. And it does collect a little bit of stuff over time, but not as bad. Not what I was expecting. So, gonna just stop for a second and continue on. That rock up there totally looks like a sand crawler from Star Wars. Oh, we're so close. You know why I know we're so close? Because I saw some people that were just staying up here overnight, you know, just out in casual day clothes, no packs, you know, not really hiking, just tooling down here. So we're almost there. And I think I got a whiff of something. Oh God, I did. Smells like burnt meat. Burnt meat. Okay. Well, we're in Stehekin. I didn't turn on the camera, but we are... I just had a burger and 2 glasses of wine. Completely inebriated right now. I mean, I stumbled into here. Met some amazing Swedish people that were from Switzerland. And... yep. I had a burger and fries and they were delicious, and I don't think I'm gonna be able to eat anything more, and I think, you guys, this may be the second to last video. I'm pretty much just gonna unpack my stuff, put up a tent somewhere around this, I'm gonna put it right here,